This crowd is going bananas for Zach Gowen right now. I think Glenn Spectre kind of brought this on himself here in the runway. That's going to be a lot of slapping, and there's going to be a lot of writs written by Glenn Spectre's attorney.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I wonder who his attorney is. Probably like everybody else's.
He knows somebody from the attorney firm, very popular, Petronia and Kenny, very, very popular law firm.
All right, we got Gowen and Klein getting locked up here. Zach Gowen, man, I mean, I seen this guy years ago taking, like you said earlier, took Brock Lesnar, I thought, to the limit.
Well, Zach Gowen, Glenn Spectre thought that Zach Gowen would quit. He would no-show. That done in Zach Gowen's makeup. He didn't quit when he was diagnosed with bone cancer at 8 years old. He didn't quit when he succumbed to some personal demons and wound up in drug rehab. Zach Gowen is now a family man with 3 sons. He's happily married. Zach got his life back on track, and there is nothing I believe that Zach Gowen can't conquer. And do you think PC Steele and Zach outsmarts and outwits Tyler Klein? Do you think some legal threats or Glenn Spectre's odd obsession with not having any complete names being chanted out here is going to keep Zach Gowen from fighting the odds again? Well, look, it was just a simple request. Professional wrestling is not a place for chanting people's names. Oh, please.
What?
It's a place for, say, you, Dr. Grace. I don't know. Glad to see one of you on my side.
Well, you know what? The thing is, Zach Gowen and the crowd are getting to the runway, which I've seen the runway numerous times, and the crowd usually gets right in their head.
Well, QB Blitz wants a piece of Calvin Couture.
Oh, boy. QB Blitz now, former linebacker, throws Couture down in the fashionista. A little bit upset here.
Not the first time these men have encountered each other at Pitt Fight 2, Marshall Gambino, Brandon K, QB Blitz against Devin, Devine, Ronald, Parker Williams, and Calvin Couture. BC, what did you do to take off Devin Devine and end your partnership? Because at one point you had him in the bag too. Well, you know, you would be surprised. When my commissionership here ended, I could not get a hold of Devin. Something about a bounce check doesn't surprise me in the least. You were wrong.
All right, Klein tagging in Couture again, guys. These guys are all, I think they're going to go at him at the same time. Here comes Runway in. Oh, my goodness.
Well, speaking of something bouncing, the Runway bouncing off the canvas numerous times, and Zach Gowen's feeling the power too. Well, that was illegal because there were 2 men. QB Blitz should be disqualified.
What? I think it should be the other way around.
I think the Runway needs more people for it to be a fair fight.
It should be the other way around. And right now, we got Spectre taking on Devin Devine. Devin Devine, the king of men, guys. About to lock it up here.
A couple of Pittsburgh wrestling veterans and legends. Glenn Spectre recently inducted into the Rochester Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Spectre had success there. A memorable feud with the late great Brody Lee, a former multiple-time IWC Tag Team Champion here regionally, Jake Garrett, the late great Devil Budokan, and of course the King of Men, Devin Devine, has held just about every single championship he's ever competed for.
That's right, and Devin Devine now took a big hip toss from Glenn Spectre, and Spectre still getting the crowd fired up here. This crowd letting them know how they feel about Glenn Spectre. Glenn Spectre, please correct me if I'm wrong, had 4 tours in Japan.
Glenn Spectre did travel to Japan a number of times, working for, I believe, DDT, and maybe a couple of other independent groups as well. I know WMF had a great relationship with IWC back in the day. Spectre surely knows super head time, but yeah, Glenn Spectre at one time was called Wonder Man, but he's come back a new man known as the Big Boss. BC, a stark contrast. Let's listen in.
We just picked up Devine, and now Devine
responding here.
Big hip toss, and Devine in complete control, has him up, and big body slam, and the King of Men going bananas here, and Spectre crawling back to the runway like a former ex-girlfriend.
Well, Devin's looking good. Devin is what many people refer to as a throwback. He's very fundamentally sound. He doesn't do a lot of high risk or take a lot of chances, but what he does do, BC, he makes the most out of every time.
Well, yeah, and if the people could just calm down for a second, Mr. Spectre, that Mr. Spectre to you two, by the way.
Oh, please.
Is now in firm control. You see what happens when everybody just settles down? I'm going to keep hold you.
I see what happens here as Calvin illegally wrenching the arm of Devin Devine. Klein Spectre is the puppet master here.
Well, no, see what had happened was, as you two gentlemen can point out, the referee was speaking to Mr. Klein. They were having a conversation about things and stuff.
More like Mr. Klein was distracting the referee.
Well, do you have your Joe Dombrowski goggles on right now? Because that's something that,
this is more your lawyer-esque spin, all right? Have you been talking those annoying lawyers you referenced earlier? I'm sure that law firm is somewhere pounding on the table, yelling at the top of their lungs, trying to get every court case cleared and every writ written possible on Glenn Spectre on the runway. But it's not going to save him here because Devin Devine reversed the issue.
They played a little trick here, and now Glenn Spectre in a little bit of trouble, but Runway was yanking his arm.
They had no idea.
disqualified.
What a bunch of maroons.
They're just, no, that's perfect.
So disqualify the Runway?
Yeah, no.
Big headbutt.
Wait a moment. So much for the mind of the big boss. He just got headbutted by the King of Men.
Oh, big elbow. I heard that one. My goodness. Devine threw that elbow right into the chest of Spectre. Glenn Spectre in a little bit of trouble here. And now over in the corner now, cutting off the Runway's advantage like they've been taking here.
Yeah, so much precision in everything Devin Devine does, and Calvin gets the knee up. The illegal advantage again. Official Bobby Williams was diverted by a distraction there. The ire was raised of Zach Gowen at QB Blitz, and it only takes a little bit of an opening for the Runway Inspector for them to go to work. Certainly something you've seen many times, BC.
Well, this is a well-oiled machine. Guys, imagine if you could put the greatest of all time in any sport together. It's like Tom Brady throwing to Jerry Rice, and he's handing off to Barry Sanders. That's what you're seeing right now.
Who are you comparing these people to?
You know, the Runway is the Tom Brady and Joe Montana here of Pitt fight, and Glenn Spectre would be like Barry Sanders with
I was going to say more like Laurel and Hardy, but if you want to go with that, that's fine. Spectre off the ropes. Did you see that low-end clothesline delivered? 1, 2, and no. Only a 2 count.
Well, I can't take anything away from the talent and the athleticism of the Runway. There, for my money, the best up-and-coming tag team in Pittsburgh today that could be destined to win any number of tag team championships. Glenn Spectre, we talked about his history, 20-plus years in the game. Of course, a long way off, though, in those 20 years as well. But he's guiding the Runway well, and the fashionista, Calvin Couture, and Mr. Design, Tyler Klein, with some tandem offense.
2 and almost a 3 count there. And Joe, I want to say the Runway, they're taking their temper out on Devin Devine right now, and the reason being they just recently lost the 2PW Tag Team Championships.
Well, you know the Runway, though, they always have a plan, and they always love to be the center of attention, and I do believe that championships or not, the Runway will find themselves back in the spotlight one way or the other, and it could start tonight.
I think they're doing a really great job at this now. Double splash here, now back elbow by Couture, and now Mr. Design, Tyler Klein, sends him in the opposite corner, and here comes the Runway. Oh, misses him. Devine now goes up the fashion season. Oh, almost a double collision with the Runway now. Turns him around, picks him up, and oh, atomic drop. How's your Olsen twins? Mr. Couture has him up. Oh, another atomic drop. Here they go. Double clothesline. And the King of Men needs to get over and tag his tag partner.
An offensive explosion by Devin Devine. The House Game Changers.
Flags in the Blitz. QB Blitz now going to town here. Oh my goodness. Look at this powerhouse steaming through everybody here.
Well, Mary Kate, Ashley, and Michelle are all the worse for wear right now.
Good Lord. And right now, big shoulder block. And QB Blitz now just waiting. Has him up. Oh, wait a minute now. The Runway trying to stop him here. He's trying to throw both of them guys into the ropes.
Yeah, Death Grip on that top rope. Runway turned things around. and look to chop down the head of the Tri-Chi fraternity.
Double camera shot, you could say.
Oh, shiny
Shining
wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah! That's some old school Glenn Spectre there.
My goodness, did you see how fast he got that
I've
off?
seen it in many tag title matches, Super Indy tournaments, but it's not enough here. Devin Devine interrupts.
Now, didn't they say earlier Devin Devine interrupts that Calvin, Couture, and...
Well, there goes Calvin Couture and Tyler Klein.
I think they now have to smack everybody in attendance. Guys, how long do you think that's going to take?
Oh, we don't have time for that. We're running long as it is. Glenn Spectre and Devin Devine. Are they legal men still? No, it's QB Blitz, right?
Well, Blitz is just waiting. He's waiting for the shot. Oh, yeah! My goodness!
And Spectre is down.
Spectre's in a
Jack Gowen shores to the outside with the Piscano.
Oh my God! Did you see the agility of this man? It has him. Right, swing around for first leg breaker. And way down to the top rope.
Here we go. Dare to defy. Live to inspire. Zach Gowen has every dream.
Moonsault. 1, 2.